Hi guys, Luton here, welcome back to Star Citizen, and today I'm going to be showing you about how to change out the loadout for your ships. Now, a lot of people have been aware of this for some time, but there's a lot of people that still don't know how to do this, maybe don't even know you can do this currently. It's quite straightforward to do, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm also going to show you that the best setup that I've found so far for the Hornet. I've tried quite a few different loadouts, and this is the one that works the best. I'll explain about a few other bits and pieces as we go along, but I'm basically going to just show you how to change it out and then explain about that. If you have a few ships, obviously you may have some different weapons available, but the best loadout that I've found so far you can do within the 3 ships that will be available just through the arena commander that have been placed in the hangar here, the test models. But let's get into it. So you want to go over to the Holo viewer right here, and you're just going to open that up with F. And once you've opened this up, you can see at the top we have a range of options. We can scroll through these and the ships down the side. But how do we access this? Well, it's going to be using tab, and that basically gives you this cursor. Alright, so we're going to move, you can move as close as you want, okay, and it'll still be interactive. So you want to get about this sort of distance here, position yourself so that you can see everything that's going to be on the screen. Okay, then we're going to press tab again, brings the cursor. Now you can scroll around between these things here at the top. And that's going to bring up all of your different options, okay? Now if we bring up a ship, for example, let's bring up the 300i trainer, and we just grab it from the bar and drag it into the center. And that then enables us, using the right mouse button, to rotate the ship all the way around, have a good look at it. And if we want to move in a little closer to get a bit of a better look, you just press tab again so that we're ready to move. You can see the ship there spinning around, and you can move right in close. Press tab, you can get a nice little look at the model of the ship. And it's quite a nice way of being able to kind of showcase and just look around at your vessel. But now we look a little closer, you can see there's some other things on here. It shows us what is available. Now all of your weapons are going to be put into slots, and those slots are available only for certain types of weapon. So if we stop it again here, you can see this little menu comes up and it shows us and tells us what these are. It's not just the weapons. In the ship view it also tells you things like the power plant, any other sort of radar implements, and this is the matchmaking UI for the training weapons, training vehicles even. So what we want to do though is change out some of these weapons, okay? And the way that you're going to do this is, once you've actually got the ship here, you're going to scroll across to weapons. And that then allows you to grab these and actually take them off of here. You'll also see there's like a little nodule. I'm going to push this over here. These are the mounts. Now some weapons require mounts, some do not, but these little mounting things, if you then went to put this back on here without the mount, it goes red, you can't do it. So you have to grab this little mount, put it into the slot, so that's there, and then it allows you to mount the weapon, okay? But we don't need to worry about that. So we're going to take both of these off of here. We're going to take the Omnisky 6 laser cannons off of there, alright? So we're going to take those off. And these then go into our kind of weapon scroll bar right here. Also on the front of the Origin, you've got the Bulldog repeater there, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to scroll back to ships. I'm going to find the trainer Hornet, which is somewhere in here. This one right here. And we just change it out. Now the Hornet, you can see, we go back to weapons. The Hornet has got the Bulldog repeaters on the top of the turret there, and it's also got the Mantis Gatling guns, alright? Now it also has some further mounts in the nose, okay? We've got 2 slots. There's actually a third one as well, but that doesn't seem to be available for weapons right now. I think it's for other things, radar it says, and so on. Okay, the other ones on the side here, see, this says compatible types gun, and the front one says compatible types radar, gun, kind of turret, so we don't have that available. But what we can do is we can take those Bulldog repeaters and actually put them into the nose of the Hornet. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move in a little bit. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to scroll the ship to where you can actually get these. Alright, now you can see there that's highlighting the whole turret. That's not what we want. What we want to do is just get those off of there. We just want to get those guns off of there. There we go. There, that's what you want. You want it like that, not the turret, just the guns themselves. And then you drag that out of there. Like that. And then we're going to take the laser cannons and put them in. Now notice these don't need a mount like they did on the 300i. And now that's in place, okay? Those are now mounted on the ship, and you can see them as well if the hangar wasn't so dark, which I'm not going to shut the whole thing down, but you can actually see those live update on the ship. Okay, now we're going to just put the bulldogs in on the front of the nose, like this, very simple. There you go, they're mounted in place. And that's all there is to it, really. Something I should point out, okay, if you start messing around with your ship, alright, and you start changing the weapons out, maybe you put the bulldogs on the side or something along those lines, notice with the Gatling guns, alright, with the Mantis, notice here you also have these little ammo mounts. See those little black bars? Okay, now if you change that out with a laser, it'll drop those. And if we go to ammo, down the side here, okay, you can't see it, there we go. Down the side here you've got all the different ammo types, okay? Now also here, see it says 20mm tungsten on both of those. If I was to remove that, those ammo boxes would be taken off of the wing. If you change it out for something like a bearing off of the Constellation, they'll be gone. And when you put the Gatling gun back on again, you have to find the correct ammo and put it into those slots, or your gun will have no ammo when you actually start the round, okay? And if you go down here, you can see there's 20mm tungsten. That's the one you want to find. They all look pretty much the same, but there's also like the 60mm, etc. So you want to find the correct one and then just drop them in to those slots. Okay, let's just back out of here right now. And now when we go over to the Hornet, you can see on the top there are the laser cannons, and in the front here you can see those are the repeaters. Alright, and that's basically how you change out the loadout. You can change out the loadout any different way, providing the weapons fit. Some weapons do not fit on certain slots, and you'll be able to see how that is. Basically, I'm trying to think of one that doesn't work. Which one doesn't work? I cannot remember off the top of my head. I think the bearings, if you have a Constellation, you can get these guns off of here, the bearing M4A. I have to say, I tried out a few different loadouts with these, and the M4A, they don't seem 100% accurate to me. I was trying them out live in game, and even though I took all four and put all four on the Hornet just to test it out, and it didn't work very well for me, I have to say. It didn't seem as accurate. I was firing all at the targets as I would do normally, and they just didn't seem to be hitting the mark. Which was a little irritating, but there we go. But as I say, some weapons will not work on certain ships. So for example, I think actually, let's try the, might be the 300i actually. No, apparently that works fine. But some mounts will not work with some weapons basically, and when you bring up a weapon you can see here down this, it says port slot compatible sizes 1 to 5. If we take this off, that slot there will tell you compatible sizes 1 to 3. So say you had a weapon which was only compatible with, like, say, a slot 4, it's not going to work on that one. So again, you just have to make sure that they are the correct ones, and also remember to go back and correct it. Oh, this one, oh, there we are. It's not mounting now. You need that little slot in there. These ones need those little weapon mounts, otherwise they don't work properly. Anyway, there we go. So that's basically, guys, all you need to know. I'm going to put in some gameplay now showing me using this setup. The reason I find this setup so powerful is because those laser cannons on top are just extremely powerful. They're quite slow firing from the 300i, but they really pack a punch. Compared to the repeaters, which really just, they often can weaken the shields a little bit and allow you to kind of maybe get that little punch in there, but overall they don't really do too much. But the laser cannons really do rip people up. They're also great. They can snipe people, those laser cannons. They're amazing. So you put that onto the Hornet along with all of its other weapons as well, just really tears people up. As well, the repeaters on the front with the nose, they're not turnable, okay? You can't sort of independently target things like you can with the other weapons, so they tend to be kind of good for close quarters. If there's which happens a lot in multiplayer and Star Citizen right now, for Arena anyway, when you're coming up against other people and they're charging towards you, when you get into close quarters, that's when you want to open those things up, because often they can be like a last line of defense. It's that extra bit of firepower you need to just take people down, and it can make the difference. It's made the difference for me on a few occasions, just that last moment where they're all kind of coming at you close quarter and you can just get that bit of extra firepower to take people down. So it's worth having something in the nose slot. And as I say, you don't really want to put something like the laser cannons in there, because you just can't aim with them really. You have to move the whole ship in order to aim them, so it's not really worth it. So putting the extra power on top is absolutely where you want to go to, and just put those softer weapons down there as a little bit of backup extra firepower. Anyway guys, hope that's been very helpful for you today. More Star Citizen stuff on the way. Check out this gameplay and you'll see what I mean about this setup. It's really powerful, and yep, hope you enjoyed. Hope that's been a help. Any questions, as always, put it below. See you next time. More Star Citizen.
All systems online. Bogey. Scanning. Target destroyed. Scanning. Bogey. Flare. Lock. Bogey. Collision. Alert. Starboard shields. Down. Scanning. Scanning. Shields charging. Lock. Target destroyed. Bogey. Bogey. Target destroyed. Collision. Scanning. Weapons system is offline. Lock. Bogey. Collision. Target destroyed. Scanning. Bogey. Lock. Lock. Scanning. Lock. Bogey. Target destroyed. Scanning.